Welcome to Backstories, the podcast where we dig deep into the untold tales behind the people, places, and moments that shape our world. Every month, we'll uncover the hidden narratives that inspire, surprise, and challenge us. So, grab your headphones and get ready to journey into the past, one backstory at a time.
So next up, I've got Josh, also a returning storyteller. His is called Almost Infamous.
All right. So you guys know how some people are racist? I'm going to tell a story about that. This is my senior year of high school, and granted, I know I look like I'm still in my senior year of high school. I'm 30 years old. But I was working at a grocery store at the time, and some of my best friends showed up at the grocery store to kind of mess with me. So they knew when I got off. I finished my shift. I don't know what you do at grocery stores. When you're done, you leave. So I went to leave, and when I went to get in my car, my buddies all jumped out from behind my car and scared me and acted like they were going to beat me up or whatever. And then they were like, oh, by the way, our car is parked out near where your parents live. We walked here. Can you drive us back to our car? Of course. You guys scared me. You pretend to mug me. What else does a friend do but then drive you to your car after that? So I drove them to their car, which was parked at a pond, walking distance from my parents' house, maybe 15-second drive. And so took them to their cars. One of my buddies was like, hey, I'm going to go home. I need to pick up, whatever, and then we'll meet you back at your house. My other friend followed me home. So we pulled up to my parents' house, getting out of the car, and all of a sudden, all these police lights came out of nowhere. And I mean, a cop car, no exaggeration, flew down the road, did the whole, movie thing where, skirt, sideways, lights on. Another car came and did the same thing so that, me and my buddy's cars were blocked in between these cop cars. And then, 3-4 more police officer vehicles showed up, lights flashing. Now, all of this happened, by the way, in Taneytown, Maryland, which, if you know Taneytown, it makes sense now, right? Yeah. So it turns out these police officers, me and my buddies are afraid, so we go inside, and the police officers knock on my parents' door, and my parents come out, what's going on? And these officers proceed to tell my parents that I am a Mexican gang leader. Oh my God. This is 100% true. Now, here's maybe why they had this idea. My best friend, Alex, and his cousins who decided to mess with me, they're from El Salvador. And so they were assuming that these my buddies were Mexicans. And my parents came inside, and they were like, hey, the cops, they said that you're a Mexican gang leader. So I came outside, and I said some words to the police officers that I'm not going to repeat in polite company because they were not very kind. And they're words that you should not say. But I asked them, are you stupid, is essentially what I said. Why do you think I'm a Mexican gang leader? And so it turns out that there's this dude who happened to be on city council at the time, and the pond is behind his house. And he wanted to pass this law in Taneytown that the official language of Taneytown was going to be English. And so he saw me and my buddies, assumed we were Mexicans, and called the police on us. And the worst part is he told them that we were doing donuts in the parking lot and tore the place up and made it a mess. And then my parents had some, redneck friends over at the house. And this guy goes out and he looks at my car and he says, oh yeah, I'm going to confirm what the police are saying. If you look at the wear on his tires on the left side, clearly they were doing donuts, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to tell my parents, we weren't doing donuts, we didn't do anything, we just tried to come home, and these guys are some racist fucks. And it didn't work. I got in trouble. And the next day, I took my parents to the parking lot to show them the tire tracks that didn't exist from tearing up the parking lot. And they, finally kind of believed me. But anyway, the point of the story is this. I'm a Mexican gang leader, so don't fuck with me. And if you don't believe me, then you can just Photoshop MS-13 across my knuckles and ship me out of the country. So...